in Guitar Hero, there is a song called Through the Fires and the Flames. This is an infamous song that is incredibly hard to do for anybody if you're playing Guitar Hero. Number one, Blabs, did you ever play Guitar Hero at all growing up?
I can't remember if I played Guitar Hero at all, but I didn't have it. I played the Beatles Rock Band one. But
Yeah,
I
I
feel
love
like
that.
I was
I
at
still
somebody
have
else's
that.
house. Yeah, I think I got rid of it only a couple years ago. But like I think I was at a friend's house when I tried Guitar Hero, but they're very similar in style.
What about you,
It
Flash?
sucks. Yeah, I've played a lot of Guitar Hero. A lot of the Beatles one,
So,
which sucks because the PlayStation 3 doesn't get online anymore. I don't know if I could ever re-download the DLC for that, which there was a lot of.
there was, yes, that was one thing that was great about those games, that they were highly supported with DLC. You could buy, I think you could buy individual songs, which people were all about. But Through the Fires and the Flames on Guitar Hero in particular, you mentioned Rock Band was the Beatles one. But the point is that everybody here has played with the big plastic guitar, right? It was all pretty much the same thing. I pretty much capped out at, so there's 5 colors on the guitar, right? I capped out at like being able to do 4 of them. The 5th one always like tripped me up. I think the 5th one was like orange, and I just couldn't wrap my head around the idea of like the 5th color. But Through the Fire and the Flames was always seen as like, if you could just 90% that, you were a god, right? If you could 100% that, you were unbelievable at how quick and how fast you were in Guitar Hero. Well, this guy, after 50,000 attempts estimated, just completed Through the Fire and the Flames at 200% speed. Did you see this clip going viral over the weekend, Flash?
Yes, it is pretty cool.
This guy going, I mean,
people are mocking him now too.
Well, yeah,
and those are the people that don't get gaming culture, you know?
Right. And look at him just go crazy on those strums right there. It's really silly. So he did this 200%, and you can see him just going absolutely nutty bloody here with his
It's
fingers.
absolutely insane. Especially when he's doing that. Look at that.
This is one of the most insane video game accomplishments I've ever seen. And his chat's going crazy here. And he got it, and he's like, "Rah!
Yes! Oh my God!"
that's an
awesome.
accomplishment right there.
Apparently it took him like 9 months to be able to do this.
9 months and 50,000 tries.
Yeah, impressive.
Like wake up, and that was his goal. He's like, one day I want to do that at 200, and I guess the game is modded. I don't think you can like play it at 200%. I don't know, but and I don't know many people who are actively playing Guitar Hero like right now, but that guy is. Now, Flash, you mentioned some people mocking him. One would be that of Matt Walsh.
Oh, shocker.
Yes. So Matt Walsh came in.
That dude hates anything fun. Like, he hates anime.
Do you think it's just a bit?
Video games.
To stir people up?
I think the only thing he wants people to do for fun is study the Bible.
Well, he came in and he quote tweeted this, and this is one of the few tweets that I can actually pull up.
Hey,
let's go. He said, why not spend time learning how to play an actual guitar, right? Which I think look, if you're not around games all the time and you think games are the devil, right? Which is something that like Matt Walsh, I think Matt
Walsh likes fishing and Jesus.
Right.
As somebody said in the chat, that's it.
I think Matt Walsh is really funny. I think he has really great deadpan humor. I've seen both of his documentaries. I think they're really funny. I think they're put together really well. With that said, there's something that's said about Matt Walsh and the Daily Wire as an entity, that they are so clueless when it comes to video games and entertainment. Matt Walsh obviously is an employee of the Daily Wire, and to see them have such disregard for most forms of entertainment, specifically when it comes to games and such, was like, it's beneath them. It's children's stuff. It's like, it was children's stuff in like 1980, right?
And then
In the
those
early
children
90s.
grew into adults.
Exactly. And now it's a generational thing. And that's the thing that they don't understand. And the old saying of politics is downstream from culture. If they truly knew, if Matt Walsh truly knew what was going on in the gaming space, he would do a show about it every day. If he knew about the activism that was happening in the video game world, these people who are working in the space who are broken and they have found their space to excel, being surrounded by others like them. He would talk about this on a day-to-day basis. Daily Wire should talk about this on a day-to-day basis.
Do you know what at least according to AI, the average gamer age is? It's 35.
I was going to say probably 30, but probably was going to say 33 to 35. Yeah.
Talk about not knowing your audience.
Yeah.
Like there's a big chance, considering it's the biggest form of entertainment now, that a lot of your audience consists of gamers.
Not just that. I mean, it's the biggest form of entertainment ever.
Yeah.
It trumps news, or it trumps movies. It trumps music and TV across the board. It's insane. I don't understand how there's so much disregard for gaming and gaming accomplishments as a whole. And Quarter Black Garrett, he worked for Crowder. He responded, says motherfuckers can't have hobbies without someone online making it about the fall of society or some bullshit. And I think he's right. It's always like, oh, there's this pretentiousness to Matt Walsh, which is part of his charm as well. But there's also a massive cluelessness when it comes to this. Blabs, I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on this?
I mean, listen, you can always learn to play guitar, but that wasn't the point of his goal, right? His goal was to do what he did, and he did it, and that's it. I don't know why we always have to bring other people down, why didn't you do this, or why didn't you do that, or snip. It's constantly, it's just annoying, and I don't know if Matt Walsh does this as a bit for these times, because how many times does he keep doing this where it's the same thing over and over again just for controversy, just to get all the views and impressions on Twitter and monetization? So I'm just at this point, honestly, anytime Matt Walsh says these things, I think we should just ignore it.
I think there's something to what you said, Blabs. I think that he is definitely
rage baiting.
Yeah, he's driving engagement. I think that's what he's doing.
He's just making the money.
Yeah, making that X money right there. Because surely somebody has got to point it out to somebody over at the Daily Wire or Matt Walsh in general, saying hey, you understand how important video games are, right? You understand what a giant piece of media this is, right? And just show him if he's such a facts and logics guy, show him data. Hey, this makes whatever $50 billion. Well, I don't know what the data is right now as far as what the industry does, but it makes billions of dollars a year, and you're just over here pooping on it because you don't get it. That doesn't make any sense to me. And I think that speaks to a larger side of it's almost it feels like
maybe they'll get into gaming. They could remake Solomon's Key.
They could listen. You're right. That's the crazy thing about this is I think that the Daily Wire is missing a huge opportunity. They should have a gaming show. They should have somebody representing that audience, and it's just totally, them. Blaze should have a gaming and technology show as well. I don't understand how these companies are so clueless to it, but good on that guy for putting his, think about that. Have you ever done anything 50,000 times? He had one success after 50,000 times attempting it. Who does that? That's not a story about this guy who's really good at strumming and stuff. That's a story of perseverance. 50,000 times doing something. Come on, 9 months saying I'm going to make this happen. That's impressive. That should be the story here, not the idea that you should have been video games. You should have been on a real guitar. Man, fuck off.